Congratulations on your promotion to a server position here at Barney's Gourmet Hamburgers. Let's begin with a quote. I have learned that people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did. But people will never forget how you made them feel. Maya Angelou, American poet. In this training, you will learn how to be a successful server at Barney's. Someone who provides great service that will keep guests coming back time and time again. And when that happens, everyone's a winner. Now you already know quite a lot about Barney's. You have already completed the following 13 levels of training. Here's the list. Introduction to Barney's, mission statement and values, service and hospitality training, policies and procedures, and rules and regulations, sexual harassment policies training, safety training, how to handle a guest complaint training, menu study guide, suggestive selling and order taking, busser training, hostess training, food runner training, cashier training. It's been a long journey to get here. The server is the most knowledgeable employee front-of-the-house role here at Barney's. Now you'll get the chance to apply all your experience in this new position. This server position training will be delivered in 3 sections. Section 1. Reminder. Number 1. Approach every guest wearing a smile and making eye contact. Number 2. Always look professional, wearing a clean, pressed uniform. Number 3. Being part of the team is essential to our success. Number 4. To the best of your ability, be visible to our guests at all times. Barney's runs on teamwork. You have to be sure to assist any coworker who looks like they need help. Remember, there are no sections at Barney's. We all have roles that come with primary responsibilities. We all have secondary responsibilities that are focused on teamwork. Here are some ways that we can serve the guest and help the business by assisting other team members in managing their primary responsibilities. We can all look for opportunities to take part in the following tasks. Answering the phone, taking to-go orders, packing to-go orders, seating customers, serving any tables that need to be taken care of, making shakes and drinks, delivering any food that needs to be run, assisting in attending to any checks that are ready to be paid and need to be taken care of. Let's begin with a series of values and behaviors that make up a guest service to-do list. Timely customer service. Always greet guests immediately and speak with a clear and pleasant tone of voice. If you cannot help them immediately, acknowledge that you see them by telling them you will be with them shortly. Serve guests at the pace they desire. If guests do not look at the menu when you first bring it over, do not rush them. Serve a drink and let them relax. Don't be impatient. Never rush guests who arrive when you are near closing time. Accept the fact that sometimes guests arrive late and that it's your job to give them exactly the same quality service that you give every guest. Barney's Gourmet Hamburgers Service Standards. Server. Always look professional, uniform, grooming, etc. Keep anything that is handed to the guest clean and in good condition. Menus, check presenters, etc. Greet guests within 2 minutes of them being seated. Offer a welcoming greeting. Good afternoon. Welcome to Barney's. Always present a wine and beer list at the outlets that have them. Make specific suggestions. For example, may I bring you a drink? Name the special drink. Or a glass of wine. Briefly describe the wine to begin your meal. Offer starters. Be specific. Answer all questions correctly and intelligently. Then confirm that the question is answered to the guest's satisfaction. Offer water. Still, sparkling, and tap. Pace meals appropriately, not too fast or too slow. Always serve the ladies first. See that drinks are delivered within 4 minutes of them being ordered. See that starters are delivered within 10 minutes of them being ordered. Check back with the table within 2 minutes or the second bite after the food has been delivered. And offer additional service. May I bring you anything else? Make sure not to overdo it and become bothersome. Confirm that the food was delivered as ordered by the guest. For example, medium rare, dressing on the side, split, very hot. Always use correct table and seat numbers when ordering in the POS. Make sure that all dishes from each course are delivered together and presented to the correct guest with the scripted announcement for that particular dish. Present the check with the comment, "Whenever you're ready, there's no rush." Always offer additional service and assistance. Say things like, "May I bring you anything else?" Return the processed check to the table within 2 minutes of the presentation of payment method. Always thank the guest for their business. Invite them to return. Offer a friendly farewell. Remember, if you are unable to stop and take the order at that moment, explain that you will be right back and display a sense of urgency by taking care of guests before doing any other tasks. The purpose of using seat numbers. It is very disruptive for a guest to have their conversation interrupted when the food is being served. And here are some things that can happen. Runners start auctioning the food and asking the customer what they had, and whether they ruin the punchline of a joke or break into an emotional part of a story, the interruption is not welcome. That even though the customers know generally what they ordered, they may not be completely sure how their order differs from other orders at the table, and will rightfully be annoyed by having to recount temperatures and modifications. They are focused on the discussion and not the food being delivered, and they end up taking the wrong food, eating some of it, and having to pass it around the table to the correct spot. The whole experience may be ruined by receiving the wrong food, and that single incident will most likely be what the group takes away as their memory of eating at Barney's Gourmet Hamburgers. At Barney's Gourmet Hamburgers, we use a method that makes it simple for you and your other fellow workers to help you be able to run the food without asking the customer what they had. Seat numbers begin with the designated number 1 and go around the table clockwise. Always employ that method of order taking. Remember, always notify customers of any changes in the menu, out of stock, or other delays to their order immediately. This gives them time to change their order to something that we have in stock. During the meal. Throughout the meal, you should periodically check the table. Return to the table 2 minutes or 2 bites after food is delivered to confirm that the meals are satisfactory. Do not say, "Is everything okay?" Referring to the items specifically shows more personal attention. For example, ask, "How is the voodoo burger?" Be attentive throughout the meal. Replenish water, wine, and other beverages as required. Make sure the customer has everything they need on the table: silverware, napkins, and condiments. Anticipate your guests' needs in advance. For example, guests with small children get enough napkins. Make sure that any additional orders or requests of the guests are accommodated. Do not overwhelm the table by visiting more than 3 to 4 times. If you go to another server's table, inform that server that you already went to their table. You have completed Section 1 of the server training. Please take a short break and prepare yourself for the following quiz. You must take the quiz and complete Section 1 before moving on to Section 2.